Hey guys, welcome back. Orbomb here, bringing you another episode of our. I don't know if this is actually another episode now that I think about it. We're discussing today. We're going to be talking about some of these Rapid Strike, Single Strike cards that have come out in Japan, all part of our March set, which I'm excited about because in my head, I've already checked out of this format. I'm really excited about post rotation. And some of these cards are kind of crazy, and they're probably worth investing to if you're looking to play Pokemon in 2021 rotation. So you guys know the drill. Drop a like if you haven't already. Subscribe, share, all that good jazz. This is all part of a new set. So if you comment, answer the comment question today, which is going to be what is your favorite part of the parts of the cards we're talking about today. You have a chance to win a booster box whenever the set comes out. We're going to be giving away, I believe, 2 booster boxes this time. On release, and we'll be taking all of these discussion videos and whatnot into account whenever we pick a winner. So that's the same as always. But shout out to Guardian Gaming as always. Love these sponsors. Code ORBOMB, 10% off all their codes. But we're going to be talking about single strike cards today. The next video we're going to be talking about rapid strike cards. Another video we're going to be talking about the cool reprints and what I feel like they mean for Pokemon. And then the next video we're going to be talking about some of the single prizers and why I feel like they're kind of crazy. And I'm excited about them. I've been thinking a lot when I'm at work and I'm just pipetting and extracting all day. The day gets kind of monotonous, so it gives me plenty of time to think. So I've had a lot of time to think about these cards. And at first I was kind of like, whatever, none of these are really exciting. I don't care. But then I thought about it. I'm just like, you know what? They're not really exciting right now, but they're going to be really exciting once rotation happens. And for that reason alone, I kind of do want to talk about them. So, like the video if you haven't already. You guys know the drill. Alright, Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. We're going to start here because this is the card that we're going to usually be building into when it comes to the Single Strike deck. In my opinion, none of these other Single Strike cards are that amazing as far as making their own deck. Primate can do big damage, but who cares? Honestly, like, it's 2 energies. It's not really worth my time. Alright, so Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. So look at the stats first. 330 HP, chonky boy, really heavy. It's got a 3 CE, a triple energy attachment in beatdown for 100 damage, which is relevant because you can hit your Crobats. I guess if you play it now, you can hit your Dedenes and whatnot. So hitting fighting weak Pokemon, especially the relevant ones right now, pretty good. Also, it's 100 damage, which if you can power that up through other means, you can deal with single prizers with relative ease with just a 3 CE, which is also really relevant because I kind of like this direction that VMAXs are going to, where a good chunk of VMAXs are actually going to have a lot of difficulty versus single prize decks because their attacks are either really too expensive and not worth hitting a single prizer with, or their other attack is too weak and not going to do anything against most single prizers. So I do like that beatdown does exist. It also creates this cool little strategy with Cheryl, I think her name is. I don't remember how to spell her name. She's a supporter card. I believe she's in the Rapid Strike one. Let's take a look at it real quick. Yeah, here she is. It's with a Y. Alright, cool. Alrighty. We got Cheryl here. Cheryl's ability says, first of all, I believe this is our very first ever Cheryl card ever, which is kind of cool. It's good to see Cheryl get some representation. Heal all damage from each of your evolution Pokemon, then discard all the energies. So obviously you discard all your energies. You don't have to have energies to heal, but if you do, you discard them all, which then makes Urshifu be good because you can use 3 CE on Urshifu and boom, you can attack even after being fully healed. When you have 330 HP, that's kind of relevant. Its other attacks, G-Max 1 blow, you have to discard all the energies to attack, but you hit 270 and that damage can scale due to some of the scaling mechanics that some of these single strike Pokemon have. Not Digimon, that's a different series. Reasons why I don't like Urshifu. It's weak to Psychic, which is the main reason why I don't think this card's going to be good right now. With all of the good GXs, or yeah, the tag teams, all the good tag teams in format, and all of the good, and some of the good other, I mean, mostly it's the tag teams, right? You can just tech in a Mewtwo. You can tech in a Mewtwo in literally any tag team deck you play. Any card that can bring in a Psychic type attacker can come in and deal with Urshifu because it's weak to Psychic, which sucks. And like, weak guard energy exists, but nobody really wants to play weak guard energy. It just bogs down the deck. So for that reason, I don't think this card is going to be amazing in our format right now. Because if Pikarom is good, is one of the cats in here? Okay, whatever. If Pikarom is good, and the likes of what's it called? ADP is good and all that good stuff, then Urshifu will not be amazing. At least I don't think so. I could be wrong, obviously. But having access to beatdown, being able to knock out the Denes with one hit for a 3 CE, being able to knock out Crobats and any other fighting weak Pokemon, and then being able to hit things like Eternus, which is probably still going to be good after rotation, for a good chunk of damage, while most of the time avoiding a KO, it's pretty good. I'm a huge fan of Urshifu post rotation, and then Gmax One Blow being able to blow things away, 270 damage, and is hits past effects, so things like the Decidueye and whatnot you can hit past, so you don't even have to worry about walling Pokemon either. You can hit past Zamazenta. Oh, there's a cat. Told you guys. And yeah, and there she goes. Alrighty, girl, or boy. There you go. All right, cool. There's the cat. He's behind the TV now, or behind the computer, whatever. So, what can make Urshifu good? It's a 4 energy attack. Probably hard to pull off, right? But we have a few cards in this deck, and it's also only 270, which is kind of relevant because like we're not going to be OHKOing VMAXs with this card, but we do have the capability to OHKO VMAXs thanks to a few support cards that some of these single strike cards have. First thing we're going to do, we're going to start at the top here. We're going to talk about Emboar. Now, Emboar, it is a stage 2, but your attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. That means we can hit 300. And then we do have all the way down here in the very bottom of all of the VMAX cards is the energy card, Single Strike Energy. Boom, look at that. It's a strong energy, pretty much. It means you can hit 20 more damage. So obviously 30 plus 20, 50, 270 plus 50, 320. 320 is the HP of most VMAXs in the format. If you attach multiple of these energies, you can hit those numbers as well. Of course, in order to hit that same number, you're going to need at least 3 of these single strike energies on your Urshifu, which is not something I really want to count on, which is why I kind of like the Emboar. Not really sure if I love the Emboar, but it exists. And you can also play the stadium card that lets your fighting type Pokemon do more damage. Or if you have basic fighting energies, you can hit like up to 40 more damage, which is really relevant as well if you choose to go behind. There's another stadium in this deck I do want to talk about, Tower of Darkness, so we'll talk about that in a second. This card gives you dark and fighting, but gives you 20 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon. So with that, you can really build up your Urshifu to just do 100 damage pokes. Quote-unquote pokes, because they're pretty strong pokes, with beatdown, and then you could accelerate up to your Gmax One Blow to just blow away cards that need to be blown away. And how do you accelerate? Well, there's 2 different ways. You have Urshifu Single Strike Urshifu V with Laser Focus. You can search your deck for up to 2 fighting energy cards and attach them to this Pokemon, which you can do because Memory Capsule's a card. And hold on, guys. I should probably pull up these cards, but that's fine. I didn't even think about it. This is all off the cup, by the way. Ooh, look how different my face cam looks whenever I don't have the light from the computer in front of me. Let's pull up Memory Capsule, the card. If I could find it. I don't like using whatever. We'll use TCG Player. Sure, in case you're curious about how much Memory Capsule costs. Boom. There we go. The evolution this card is attached to can use any attacks from its previous evolution. So you can use Memory Capsule. You can attach it to this Urshifu, or to your Urshifu VMAX, assuming you evolved into the Urshifu VMAX. Ooh, wow, my camera looks way different now. What? Bro, I got this new camera, and it is all sorts of weird. It's all sorts of wacky. Oh, it's because the white balance is still checked. That explains it. Or maybe not. Wait, what changed? There we go. That was weird. Why did it do that? Okay, well, whatever. You guys can see me now. Hello. I apologize. Anyways, you can attach it to the Urshifu. Urshifu, I mean, there's other tools you could use for Urshifu. Like if you want to push the damage, again, you can use Vitality Band. You can use the Big Stone, the Big Charm to give it 350 HP. Memory Capsule is just another option to accelerate those energies using Laser Focus, which is kind of cool. You can also use Impact Blow, which is another reason why I really like. The Memory Capsule is because you have another attack, Impact Blow, that can hit 180. So you can do like good chunks of damage. It's just a bigger poke, right? Instead of having to discard all your energy for Gmax one blow. And if you think about having cards like Emboar on the bench, this becomes 210. Strong energy is 230. You can knock out things like Zacian as well, which is really cool. So this card is really good for just big honking chunks of damage. Now, we do have an energy accelerator here in the likes of Houndoom. Houndoom lets you search your deck for a single strike energy card. So the card that I said I don't want to rely on attaching so much, well, you can attach them with Houndoom. And you can attach it to one of your single strike Pokemon, then shuffle the deck. This can be the active as well, something to keep in mind. But if you do attach them that way, you do put 2 damage counters on this Pokemon, which is why I was talking about earlier the Cheryl combo, because you can fully heal yourself. Obviously, putting damage on your guy makes you a lot more susceptible to the likes of Eternatus and other cards that can hit huge chunks of damage. For instance, in current standard, we are getting that Zacian sword. If you guys remember, it's the tool card that gives you 30, that lets your Zacians do 30 more damage, and combine that with ADP, now you're hitting 290. So if you attach 2 energies using Houndoom, you're now in range of that 290 attack. Kind of sucks. So you have to be really careful about how you accelerate with Houndoom, but the fact is you have an accelerator in Houndoom. So Urshifu VMAX is proving itself to be a very good card when you combine all the aspects of this card. Now let's go ahead and talk about two more cards that I feel like are kind of relevant. We do have Vitality Jar. So this lets you shuffle back in. Here, I'll show you guys the artwork. Boom, bam. All right, moving on. Choose up to 2 single strike energy cards from your discard power, reveal them, shuffle them into your deck. So you can put back those energies that you discarded using its Gmax 1 blow, and then you can attach them again with the Houndoom. All right, that's pretty cool. You have another card, which I feel like is really cool. It's another tool card. Obviously, if you're going to play Memory Capsule, you can't play this. But this is really good in Urshifu as well, because Urshifu has too much HP. So if you can attach this card, the single strike scroll, Raging Scroll, it gives you the attack Fury, which is for a single fighting energy, 10 plus 10 more damage each damage counter on this Pokemon. So if you get hit with a blade from Zacian, right? Then all of a sudden you can revenge them, hit them for 240 before you have any of your additives. So that's really cool as well. Other cards that are kind of relevant. None of these supporters are relevant. For instance, this one, it lets you shuffle your hand, draw 4, or if one of your Pokemon are knocked out, shuffle your hand, draw 7. It's a weaker Cynthia's Feelings. Who cares? That's not important. What is important is Mustard. Now, we got the single strike Mustard. This man is pulling up the pose. All right. You can only play this card if it's the last card in your hand, but you can search your deck for a single strike Pokemon and put it onto your bench and draw 5 cards. Relevant, it's maxi, but from the deck, but your card pool is way weaker. But this gives you the opportunity to play things like Emboar that I was talking about. So maybe in particular matchups, you're looking to play the Emboar because you really need that. You really need that extra boost to Oko VMAXs. If you're looking to play Emboar, you can very easily stick this in. This is also good if you just play it randomly throughout the game, because you can get things like Houndoom, and you can get the Urshifu VMAX on its own. Once again, this is why I was talking about earlier with the memory capsule. If you feel like the memory capsule is kind of then that's why it's so, the lighting is, okay, I see what's going on. It's because it just got really dark outside. That's okay. That explains a lot now. If you want to play the Urshifu VMAX on its own, you can. But if you play the memory capsule, you kind of can't do that. But once again, the memory capsule is just an option. You have all these other options as well. I just feel like I want to try the memory capsule version first. So yeah, that's just me though. What do I know, right? Anyways, real quick, I'm gonna see if I can. Hello again. It does create kind of lag though, so we're not gonna do this. Instead, man, my lights are downstairs and it's kind of hard to use them. So we're going to have to deal with the dark screen for a little bit until I fix it. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Another card I really want to talk about, which is kind of why I like this deck a lot, is this stadium right here. It's cool. Big old tower in the mountains. Very cool. Tower of Darkness. Once during your turn, each player may discard a single strike card from their hand to draw 2 cards. So all of your single strike cards, if you have the stadium on board, can let you draw 2 cards, including the stadium itself, right? So that way you don't have any bricks in your hand. This essentially unbricks your deck, which is really cool in my opinion. As I've been playing Digimon, I've been liking the whole mechanic where you Digivolve draw, and this kind of reminds me where you just kind of like, you have this card, dump it, and then draw 2 cards. Really helps the consistency of your deck by quite a bit, which means all of these single strike cards that I've mentioned so far, you can max out on and still be okay, because they all give you the ability to draw 2 cards. Including some of the basic Pokemon. This is still a single strike card here in the Houndour, so you can still play like a 4/4 line of Houndoom, just to make sure you get them. 4/4 line of these Urshifus, 4/4 of the 4 of the Stadium, 4 of the thing that lets you replenish your energies. You can discard the energies, get them back with that card, things like that. You have a whole lot of really cool options in this deck. As far as that goes, though, I think that's it. I'm just really quick, like, gonna check if there's any other interesting single strike cards. I don't think there is. I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of it, right? I can't think of anything else that's relevant. All the other Pokemon in this set are kind of just like, yeah, they're pretty boring. So that's gonna be all the single strike cards in this set list. If there's anything else I might want to talk about in the single strike set itself, which I might go into more deeper detail in a different video. I'm not really interested in any of the VMAXs in this set. Like, I guess Coco and Victini are kind of cool. Mimikyu's kind of cool as well. I might just do like a whole VMAX, a V and VMAX recap of all these cards as well. This is just really cool in general. This is really good for a lot of different decks, but Escape Rope exists now, so it makes it a little bit weaker. But when you play this card from your hand, it is immune to all attacks. It's immune to everything, essentially, when you play this card. And then you can put 3 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card they have taken. So they've taken 5 prize cards. You hit them for 150. Pretty good damage, but in most cases you don't care. If they've taken like 4 prize cards, you hit them for 120. It's still good damage. If they hit them for 3 prize cards, you hit them for 90. The point is you're doing 90 free damage, which can then in turn you can follow up with a different attack or the following turn for game. You know, that's the kind of stuff I like about Mimikyu. What else is there to talk about? I think that's it. You have a new draw line for those that are playing Scoop Up Net, I guess. Evolve, draw 2, Evolve, draw 3. It's never... I don't think playing 9 cards... Like, say that you play like say that you play like a 2/2/2 version of these cards, and then you play 4 nets, right? You're playing 10 cards in your deck to draw 3, draw 2 a few times. I'd rather, this doesn't feel like it's worth it. Like, are you cutting out supporters altogether to do this? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't feel like it's that interesting. Oh, another VMAX, another single strike card that's kind of interesting is Tyranitar V. 230 HP. It has all the buffs that we talked about for the Urshifu. You can discard the top card of your opponent's deck for 3 energies. Pretty weak, all things considered. You're only doing 60. You're discarding the top cards of your opponent's deck, but you're doing like baby damage, which can be added up, but the added up damage is still baby damage. And then you follow it up with single strike, 240, and then discard the top 4 cards of your deck. Strong attack, easy to accomplish in this deck in this hypothetical deck we're talking about. But is it really worth? You know, I'd rather just play the Urshifu. Being dark type is technically better than being fighting type right now, but it's still you know what I mean? It's not really anything worth talking about. Now, Bronzong I do really like, but we'll talk about Bronzong in a different video, because there's all sorts of cool things you can do with Bronzong. But yeah, that's going to be the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you guys like this style of content. Ooh, this was still 20 minutes. I was really hoping to make this video really short. I rambled on and on. All right, well, whatever. It's fine. Like the video if you guys like this kind of content. Subscribe, share, all that good jazz. We're going to be doing Rapid Strike tomorrow. I haven't actually looked as much at Rapid Strike, so I'm going to have to actually do some research real quick for Rapid Strike. But yeah, let me know if you guys like this whole single strike deck, or do you guys think in the end of the day it's still too much of a combo and it's probably not worth looking into, considering the fact that we still have other really strong cards, especially in post-rotation, that don't lose a lot of stuff. Like, obviously Send the Scorches is a lot, ADP is gone, Luke Metal is gone, but there's still cards like Eternus and the water decks that can still do pretty well because they still have their combo pieces. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a wonderful day.